Good day, good people. It is Stephanie, and welcome to my channel if you're new. If you are returning, thank you so much for coming back. In today's video, I wanted to jump on real quick and just share with you my new ink journal for 2026. And with me saying that, let me grab my ink Ventori journal as well, because some of you are probably familiar with it and in seeing it. Okay, so let's just get into it. I called this my pen and ink Ventori journal because that's just what it is. This one serves as inventory of what I own regarding pinks, putting pen and ink together. This one has what I own regarding pens and inks. And if you remember in 2025, I started documenting all of the inks that I owned by color. I did not get very far, but this is something that I need to continue with because I have a few colors that I still need to swatch. Also in here, again, I just kept tabs of the pens that I own, the names of them, and so forth. And then in the back, I did a running list of the pens I acquired in 2025. So this is still going to be something I use for 2026 with regards to pens if I get new pens and finishing out swatching these colors because I do really want to find time to complete that as well. So this is, again, the Penventory type situation. Now with this book, I decided to keep all of my pens and inks for 2026. Sorry for shaking the camera. In one book. What I did throughout last year, is I grabbed a Stalogy. I used it for the most part to swatch inks. I did currently inks in it. Then I got a smaller size in which I did only shimmer inks, and I used that for shimmers and when I wanted to take pictures of shimmers with actual pens. Then I grabbed the Earful. So I had a lot of different things going on. I say all of that to say I will probably still try out papers because that is something that I like to do. But I also wanted to kind of put all of my thoughts regarding pens in one book, regarding pens and ink. And also because I don't want to forget, I have to give credit to um, Julia here and Karina Loves to Plan and my Dandelion Diaries, because I pulled from all three of them a lot of information or a lot of inspiration as well to create this journal. And for those of you that watch the three of them, you'll see it as soon as I open the book. But I did take inspiration from them, and I think I'm going to be very, very happy with it. So let's go ahead and open this up. This actual cover is from Dear Emmy. I don't know if you've heard of them. They're a company that's a part of Sadie Stickers by Alicia. I think this company was her husband making covers per se, but I'll put more detail about that in the description box. But this cover came from her at a meetup. She gifted this to me, so I decided to use it for my pen and ink journal. And then this pen clip comes from Planning with Kay on Etsy, and it's just a cute little clip that I use to keep my pages open when I need to, and then if not, I just leave it right here. So let's just go ahead and open this up. So first thing you'll see here is just my pockets and my front cover. I am using a Stalogy again this year. This time I am using a full year. Last year I used a half year because I used multiple different ones. So I kind of wanted to put everything in this one book for this year. So I do have the A5 Stalogy. I just put some stickers. I love ink splotch stickers. So I put a couple of those in the pocket. I put a couple of swatch cards and then just a couple of stickers that I've obtained from shops that I've purchased from Rickshaw and whatnot. So that's what these stickers are as well. Stickers from shops that I shop from. Okay, so on the inside, I decided to follow the girlies with the stickers that come in my order. So these are some stickers from Myers Pen Co. and Goulet, Zodiac Pens, Carolina Pen Company, along with a few of their business cards. So I decided to lay them there. Then on my cover page, I just put down Pen and Ink Journal, that this notebook belongs to me since I still have a few of my little Stephanie stickers left over. I wanted to use them. This pretty These pretty stickers here come from Lauren Phelps Design. She has a couple of stickers in her shop regarding pens and inks. Then on the next page, I just wanted the sticker bomb with the ink swatches, and then I put 2026. So now for this first spread comes directly from Julia here, and it makes a lot of sense. Hopefully this year will be my first year to travel to actual pen shows. I have already been that person that goes to Stationery Fest and planner meetups. I've done the Chicago Planner Conference. I actually presented there one year. I've done the Go Wilds. I've done my local meetups and that type of thing. So this year I want to experience, I've also done Little Craft Fest. This year, I want to experience actual pen shows, and hopefully, I will start this off with the Atlanta pen show in late March. Um, but yeah, I got this concept from her where she laid out each quarter of the year. She used little small calendars like this, divided her page up, and then wrote down those types of events. And I thought that was a perfect idea to keep it all in one place besides on my phone. So I did get that from her. Now, I wrote down intentions. I know that she and Dandelion Diaries used intentions and goals. I can't say that I have any actual goals. I shouldn't based on my bank account, but I shouldn't have any goals. I do have some intentions, meaning basically these are my little rules for buying pens and inks. I want to try to, excuse me, sipping on a Coca-Cola. I want to try to adhere to my own rules or intentions when it comes to purchasing inks and pens. I want to go back to um with regards to inks, rather, purchasing a sample before I just jump into a straight bottle. That's how I started. But then I just started getting extra excited and oohing and on over such pretty colors. I started jumping to straight bottles, and I don't need to do that. In regards to the pens purchase, they need to be brands new to me now, and brands or pens that I've actually budgeted for. Because a lot of times I may just jump, and then I also may repeat brands that I already have. But I mean, you love what you love, you like what you like. But this year I want to focus on looking at some other brands outside of what I've already have in my collection. Then I just left space. I created this spread for a wish list. Should I see something that catches my eye that I want to put on a wish list? Um, as far as pen plans, I created this spread because I want to jump into more nib grinding and nib work type situations in 2026. I want to get interested in um, more things regarding nibs, more information about nibs. I want to learn more about nibs. So when I say here pen plans, I want to write down, if I'm planning to try a grind on a certain nib and size and a certain pen per se. So that's why I just created this page here for plans of action, because I've started to think about that. Now, my girlfriend saw this journal the other day and she was like, now how's this pen acquisitions and you already have something written down? Well, I'm trying to stay true to my word, but I'm also being honest with my heart. These 5 pens were all acquired on the 30th of December or the 31st. Therefore, I have not seen them yet. They're not in my possession yet. So they are technically pens of 2026, but were purchased in 2025. Nonetheless, I know what I wrote it for. Now I'm the only one that really needs to understand that. Just kidding. But so this will be my pen acquisition spot. And then I think from there, okay, I gave myself a few pages, not that I'm trying to fill those up. And then from there, I created this bottled ink section. And again, I already have one uh, written down because I purchased it on the 30th. But this is also a bottle that has been purchased from a sample that I fell in love with, that I think will also be put in multiple pens, not at the same time, but a color I fell in love with. So I do already have one for bottled ink. And then I gave bottled ink some more space. From there, I left a couple of pages in between because I want this journal to kind of become curated naturally. I don't want it to be something that I push or that I think I have to create something in it. I want it to kind of flow and kind of develop and come about naturally as the year goes on. So I've left a couple of pages for that. And then I began what is called my January section. And here I have already done my January inked, which I will be putting that video out soon. And then I also wanted to do a sample of this as a bigger splot to match a pen that I ended up putting it in. And then I wanted to keep account of my ink and pen pairings for the month beyond what's currently inked. So basically what I think I'm going to do is, once I do a currently inked for the month, I want to tab that month, and then whatever happens in that month takes place behind it. And once that month comes to a close and I go next to like my February ink, I'll then tab that as February and then live my life of pen and ink through February and so forth. And hopefully I think that's I think that's how this journal will develop and evolve. And that's what I plan to do. And that's why I'm going to tab it month for month. And then in the very back, I just have some extra paper. I have some stickers. I have the tabs that I plan to use. But that's all it is for right now because, like I said, I want it to evolve naturally. And I hope by the end of the year, I have a nice, cute, fluffy pen and ink journal that I can have fun with and also just keep track of all the good things to come in 2026 regarding pens and inks. So that was my reason for jumping on real quick. Again, just wanted to share this journal with you. But I could not do that without referencing 3 people that I took, like I said, great inspiration from. I loved their ideas. I loved what they were doing in their journal. So I sat down and thought through it, figured out the pieces that I think will work for me. And so that's how I created this journal. If you have any questions or any comments, or if you can think of any other categories that you may want to share with me regarding this journal, please leave them in the comments. Please like the video if you did, and please subscribe to my channel if you already haven't. Those of you that are already subscribed, I thank you so much for subscribing. I have passed the 1 year mark of this channel. That 1 year was in November. but I'm going to move forward, and I trust that I will gain more followers to the channel. But I do thank you who are already following and subscribed. I thank you, and love on your family. And until I see you in the next video, have a great one. Bye-bye.